Hello and welcome to the Fake Sports League playoff matchup. This is the semifinals. The winner of this game will take on the Mystics in the FSL Season 3 championship game. As always, I'm your host, Kenny Fisher, and what a game we have in front of us. This is one of the most anticipated games in the entire season. It's the Phantoms taking on the Dragons at home. Now, last time we saw the Mystics take on the Sharks, that game has never happened in the entirety of Season 3. That was the first time the Sharks and the Mystics faced off against each other. Very similar situation here. The Phantoms and Dragons have never faced off in the regular season. Now, if you're a really big fan of the FSL, you may know already, these two teams have faced off in the preseason. That's right, the only preseason game played for Season 3 was the Phantoms versus Dragons in a Discord exclusive. If you're not tapped in, check the description out, get in on the FSL Discord, because we have all kinds of events, games, and these little secret prizes to find, like the preseason Phantoms and Dragons game. Now, the winner of that game was the Dragons. However, that was the preseason. Rosters haven't been set yet, and we have had an entirety of the season for things to change. And one of the biggest changes on this Phantoms roster is this guy right here, Octavio Bren from Pineview Tech. He has been an absolute unit on offense, just consistent day in and day out. He's not a superstar A-plus player that you've seen on some of these other teams, but the Phantoms have been victorious by committee. Chase Dubose, Courtney May, and Octavio Bren have been the trio on offense, and their defense has allowed the fewest number of points in the entirety of the FSL. There is a reason the Phantoms are the favorite team here, the number 2 seed in the FSL bracket, the highest rated seed left in this tournament. But while the Phantoms have the quiet consistency, the Dragons are the exact opposite. They are loaded with superstars on both sides of the ball. Everybody talks about their first rounder Tobias, but let's take a minute to talk about their 7th rounder, the last pick in their draft. Francesco Sage has been electric this entire season. He's been a consistent leader on this team. He's been a consistent leader on the offense. And if anybody's going to break through this Phantoms defensive wall, this is the guy you'd expect to do it. Now it's just about time for the game to start. Join me now in Phantom Stadium, where the number 2 seed takes on the number 3 seed, where the loser goes home and the winner moves on to the FSL Championship. And I have the pleasure to introduce to you your starters. From the Phantoms, it's Chase Dubose, Courtney May, Octavio Bren, Adafuya Mono, Jared Kelly, and Greg Jacob. For the Dragons, on offense, it's Francesco Sage, Keith Fraley, Xavier King, Tobias Fonseca, Joel Masons, Warren Becker. And time starts now. All season, the Phantoms games have been the lowest scoring on both sides. And the Phantoms get off to the quick lead here, 1-0. A turnover now from Jared Kelly gets it back in the Phantoms' possession, but they can't make much of it. 45 seconds and only 1 point on the board. The Phantoms score again. It's Courtney May again, and Greg Jacobs takes it back for him. 2-0, and the Phantoms with the ball. We are halfway through this game, and the Dragons haven't put up any points. There it is. Francesco Sage gets on the board, but 3-1, 3-2 now. As expected, this is going to be our big defensive battle, and Keith Fraley ties it up, but May gets his third, and Greg Jacobs with his second turnover. Octavio Bren, 5-3, the Phantoms with a 2-point lead, 3-point lead, now 6-3, 10 seconds left. The Dragons got to dig deep here. Another turnover, and the Phantoms capitalize, 7-3, 3 seconds left, and complete domination in the final seconds of this game. The Phantoms turn a slow, low-scoring game into an 8-4 victory. Again, no superheroes, but a very clean game and a very efficient win for the Phantoms that put them in the FSL Championship against their rivals, the Mystics. We said this game would come down to defense, and take a look at this. 5 turnovers to 0, and that is probably the difference in this Phantom victory here. Just a sloppy performance from this Dragons offense gets the ball into the hands of the Mystics team, and your FSL Championship is set. It is the rivals, the Mystics versus the Phantoms. Will the Mystics claim their first ever FSL title, or will it be the Phantoms, who claim 2 titles in 3 seasons? The stage is set and the game is on. The Phantoms take on the Mystics in the FSL Championship game, coming up on Friday. That is 1 week from today, Friday at 8/7 Central. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and jump into the FSL Discord where we will be having a live watch party for the Season 3 championship game. That's it from me in the booth. Thank you so much for watching. This has been an official broadcast by the FSL.